Welcome to Fantasy Hockey Quick Hits, where I'll run you through all of today's latest news from around the league, starting off with the fact that there's no good news coming out of Washington in terms of injuries there. They are expected to still be without Conor Sheary, Justin Scholz, Lars Eller, Evgeny Kuznetsov, and Ilya Samsonov. All those guys still dealing with either injuries or in the COVID protocol, so they won't get any of those guys back yet. And that means we'll continue to see guys like Daniel Sprong and Michael Scarbosa in the lineup for them. In terms of other news on the injury front, Elvis Merzlikins was injured in practice yesterday, and he's been placed on the IR, which means he'll miss at least their next 3 games. You expect Korpisalo will go tonight and maybe one of the other, but they do have a back-to-back, which means we could see Matisse Kivalinkins instead in one of those games, or obviously they could decide to roll with Korpisalo on both ends of the back-to-back, but honestly, I'd be a little surprised by that. Alex Kerfoot is healthy for the Maple Leafs. He'll be in action tonight. Joel Armia will not for the Canadiens. He's still working his way back from that concussion. And then finally, Arizona remains without Larson Krause or Christian Fischer heading into the upcoming game. In terms of the goalie confirmations, honestly, information has been a little thin today, but here's what we have. We're expecting UC Saros will get the start, but whoever goes for the Predators will be up against Sergei Bobrovsky of the Florida Panthers. Again, Vanacek, the most likely guy to go for Washington, although who knows, maybe we'll see Craig Anderson make his debut for the club. Igor Shesterkin will be the guy going for the Rangers, and part of that comes as they're continuing to evaluate Alexander Georgiev and his, how long he might be sidelined there. We'll get Anton Khudobin against Jonas Korpisalo, as I mentioned, in the Dallas-Columbus matchup. Thatcher Demko gets the start tonight for Vancouver. He's played his way into a split share with Braden Holtby. We expect he'll face off with Freddie Anderson, though no confirmation out of Toronto. Anticipation is also that we'll see Matt Murray tonight for Ottawa going up against Carey Price. Jacob Markstrom will get the start for Calgary, which isn't a surprise considering how bad David Rittich has been in his 2 appearances. He'll face off with Connor Hellebuyck, so a pretty big goalie matchup in that one. James Reimer continues to get the starts for Carolina while Peter Mrazek is out. Looks like Malcolm Subban could be the guy to go for Chicago tonight. The anticipation is they'll give Kevin Lankinen the night off. Again, no confirmation on the starting goalie there. And then finally, we'll get to see Antti Ranta in between the pipes for